Let's talk about closure. Let me first start with in 2017 or 18, I was approached with the book deal. My book was written and completed before COVID was, I think, yeah, it was right before COVID. And the book is called The Diary of a Trophy Wife. And it's basically about, when somebody look at the book, the first thing they're going to say, oh, you're talking about your lifestyle. You're talking about, um, what all you got, this, that, and the other. No, it's talking about if a trophy could talk. A trophy has to be made, has to be carved, beat, hit, nailed, glued, sawed. However, a trophy is made. If a trophy can tell you what the hell it went through, I don't think we would look at that trophy as being something that is beautiful and shiny. I think we would cry because of the hell that that trophy went through. So when people look at me, a lot of the times when I would do motivational speaking and I would speak to people and I mentor to people, the first thing they say is that you don't look like what you've been through. And when I got my book deal or my book opportunity, the first thing that I could have written about was the other books that I'm, writing, currently writing about now. But I thought I needed to let people know a little bit more about myself. I wanted people to know what I had gone through. Um, Me and my mom, we're best friends now. You couldn't have told me this in a million years. But growing up, being raised by a teenage mother that was pretty much shattered herself, almost, raised me almost broken, left me in a situation where I was looking for love very young and made me vulnerable to other teenage boys, also made me vulnerable to people. Like there were people that I had in my life or was around me, especially in the entertainment industry. I was looking for that mother figure. I was looking for that father figure in people and had no idea that these people was taking advantage of the fact that I was looking for a mother and a father figure. And when you don't have that maternal connection, you look for it through other people. And even with my husband, I had to apologize to him because, he's older than me. And I had to apologize to him because I said, I realized is that um, I was not only looking, at you for, like a husband or a man in my life, but me being so young and needing a father figure, you also was that father figure as well. And I think I put a lot more pressure on you to service me as your wife and as a daughter at the same time. So I had to apologize to him for that. And so when my book was released, I would get bits and bits of family members calling me on the phone. And then my mom, she was disappointed because of a lot of things that I brought up, that happened in our relationship. And I had to explain to her, well, mama, I'm not doing this to hurt you. And it's not about you. If you love me, you'd understand that I need this for myself. And I need this in order to be able to mentor other young ladies that is currently going through the situations that we were going through as mother and daughter. So I told her I didn't intend to hurt her, but unfortunately, the truth hurts. And either she can stand on that truth and, take it and admit to what she's done wrong, which is going to help her to be a better person. And ultimately, that is what she did. And she told me, she said there was a lot of things that she was hiding and she didn't want to talk about and she didn't want her family to know. But now it's out. She was like, yeah, you've also given me the strength to stand in my truth. And I said, do you know how many people have been through what you've gone through and want somebody to just talk to them and tell them that they can get through it. Do you know how many people went through what you've gone through and didn't make it out alive? God also used you as a vessel to be, that person for somebody else. But it was the way my other family members took it. And long as I was downtrodden and they didn't hear about good things going on in my life, I was pretty much out of sight, out of mind. But the moment God blessed me to, and my family and I blessed us to elevate in life, I didn't really know how many people just couldn't stand me and didn't like me for no reason. So they actually took what I wrote in the book as ammunition to use against me to harm me. I had no idea that once God blessed me and my family to become successful, that so many people put me under their radar, and it was more people that I would call family that did it. And so they didn't buy the book to read about things, that happened, or just to support me. They bought it as a way to gossip and to find something wrong. These people could care less about my mama. They wouldn't spit on her if she was on fire. But they took it and they used it as motivation to, come between she and I. They took it and used it as motivation to just, do whatever they wanted to do. And one of them was my own brother. And I'm like, how can you confront me on something that went on in my life? That's just like me telling you or telling him, oh, this didn't happen, that didn't happen, this didn't happen. Instead of him being a man and saying, let me sit down with my sister. Let me talk to my sister. Let me find out what really happens. It wasn't that way. It was this false narrative of defending my mom when I see so many people trying to do stuff to hurt her, and not one time have I saw them trying to stand up and defend her. So a lot of times when we're going through things and we're looking for closure in life, I had to realize this right here. I don't want closure from other people. I'm going to give myself the closure that I need. Because when you try to get closure from other people, it opens up other stuff. It just opens up other stuff. So I don't give anybody that control. And, now that God has blessed things to get better, and, I'm doing these tidbits about my book because I'm gearing up to sell it on this platform. So I want everybody to know what they are about to read and what they're about to get into. Even though the book was done in 2019, when my family turned against me the way that they did, it really knocked me off of my game, and I had to heal. It took me a couple of years to heal. And the way they turned on me, well, they already was against me. They just needed that nudge. They needed a reason. And to have my mom feeling the way that she felt was like, okay, this is exactly what we were looking for. We was looking for that, that extra nudge to get us to come at her like this. And so once my mother and I, talked and everything got better, and she and I healed even more, once things got better, these are the same people sitting on the sideline looking at what we're posting. Don't give us no congratulations on anything. Don't say anything good about neither one of us. So we both realized that there were people that envied her all along. And because I'm her daughter, they envied me. But yeah, so closure doesn't have anything to do with you getting it from other people. It's, God blessing you with the ability to shut down people in your life and their ability and their attachments around you that can get to you, that give you the closure. It's shutting them down is the closure you need more than anything. But I will continue to tell bits of my story until the book is available. And I thank y'all for listening. Take care. God bless y'all. And good night. Bye.